Didn't the day of your canal jump, didn't they like drain the pool or something like right in your runway? Like I remember something happened, like you woke up like, what the hell?
So thank you for mentioning that. So that jump, it could have killed me. So like the signs I had to pick up were things like that. Like the day, what I'd learnt was Paul Check had taught me anytime you lost is to ask your soul the question, right? It's like your soul knows the answer. So it's like whether you lose your keys or you're worried about a jump you're doing, he's like, ask yourself a yes or no question. And he said, your soul will tell you a no answer will be the energy going down. A yes answer will be the energy going up. And so I woke up in the morning, I was just like, the ocean was rough. There was like white caps. So I just had that weird kind of cold on your face breeze. And I just felt the energy was off. And I'm like, said to my soul, should I do this jump today? And I was just getting this energy going down. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I asked her like every 5 minutes, should I do this jump today? She's like, no. So we get to the site. They flood the pool next door. They emptied the pool to service it, and all the water ran into my runner.
And his runway wasn't just a normal runway. Like his runway was gnarly. Like he had 2x4s, he had wood, he had to like jump a pool, jump a fence. Like it wasn't just like a smooth, wide open concrete, perfectly level like runway. Like it was gnarly.
I started next door in the hotel. I went along the pool, out through the pool fence, and dropped down past all the hotel rooms, which we weren't staying at, we were just using their property. And then I'd turn and I'd go across their field, and that's where all the water from the pool had ended up, was in this field. But I'd go across this field, had like a kind of box jump over a fence that I had to scrub, then I'd land, and it was on the pavement, gears, and then onto a scaffolding, and then scaffolding go all the way to the ramp. So it was just like this, we'd try to make this like straight run, as straight as we could get from the furthest point back to the ramp. And I was barely getting the speed I needed to jump the gap when it was good the day before, and then the next morning it was flooded, so I couldn't get the run in. And then not only that, my fuel drum came, it was incorrectly marked, and so the seal was open on the fuel drum, which came from VP race fuels. And when I opened it, it said C12, and it wasn't. It was like something else. So there was that sign, and I didn't want to run just regular pump gas, so I was like, we had to wait for a new fuel to get shipped in. And then I was tripping on everything, and I was asking myself, but my ego was like, do the fucking jump, you know? And so we tested the wind, and the wind meter was like 12 mile an hour, and my cutoff point is 12 mile an hour across the wind. It was like right at 12, and I'm like, the old Robbie like, oh, she'll be right, just send it. And I'm like, and so like, if I head off in like a couple of degrees into the wind, it'll like push you back, like kind of like a golf ball, you know? But I'm like, I was done doing that. I used to do that 75 foot, but when you're doing 300 foot, sketchy. And then the landing ramp was like, everything was sketchy about it, but the landing ramp was super tech, and I had a really short run in, had to grease the landing to like figure out a stopping time. And then I went up, the thing that turned him was I was on the bridge, and there's an old lady there, and she's like, are you the guy doing the jump? I go, yes, ma'am. And she's like, oh, I hope you're successful, because everybody comes here to commit suicide. She's like,
oh, no way.
She's like, the energy of this place, which I was all in touch with the energy, right? Because I've just been to Sham, and I'm tripping out on energy and shit like that. So I'm like, oh God. She's like, yeah, it's like, it's cursed, this area. She's a bad energy. And she goes, if you do it successfully, you're going to change the energy of this. She goes, I hope you do it successfully, because we need the energy change here.
No way.
And so I'm like, I felt like I had all the local people were championing for me to bring something successful happen. Yeah, because they felt like their place was doomed. And
absolutely.
And so then I was like, oh God. And then I'm like, oh, I'm getting this no answer. So I end up saying no. I made an announcement to the crowd that I wasn't going to jump because the conditions had a lot of reasons, and I got booed. And then first time I ever not done a jump, or, you know, kind of stood down. And then the next day, the good thing was I had the power to do it the next day. So the next day I woke up and asked myself, and the ocean was flat. It was like not a breeze. The birds are flying by. I got that positive yes answer. I said, can I do this jump today? I got this raising yes. And so I use that now, like whenever I question something, I'm like, should I do this? And I ask myself those questions, and I wait till I get the positive answer. And if I don't, I'm like, I'm not doing it. And it's like, so far it's treated me well.